Okay, chicos, story time. So, I used to work in a co working space back in the day, and it was pretty unhinged, to say the least. There was free beer, there were regular office parties in the evening where you'd be pouring shots for drunk members, and all sorts of debauchery would be going on. I remember one time finding a passed out naked man in a lift, and I had to call the security. The AI wouldn't let me generate an image of that, unfortunately, but I'll leave that up to your imagination. But it wasn't all chaos. My Spanish was at that point very rusty. I'd been out of practice for many years, but I managed to make friends with a lot of Spanish speaking staff there. There was Francisco from Colombia. He was a part time bodybuilder and he was a barber as well. So he used to give me free haircuts in the members' office. And it was called a siete, so the number 7, because he would just shave like that. So I'd have a pretty audacious haircut for a young English boy. But that was quite a cool experience. And then we had Gloria, who we used to call her la patrona, and she called herself that as well. And that means the big boss, even though she was only 4'10". And we used to enter the lottery every Friday as a group of us, and we'd plan to buy a piece of land in Mexico if we won and fly over on a private jet. And she used to joke that her uncle was Pablo Escobar, which he wasn't. And then, of course, there was my Honduran friend Daniel, and we'd spend hours speaking Spanglish together between our shifts. So I would finish at 5 and he would finish at 6 p.m. He'd start at 6, so we'd have an hour's window just to talk about the different culture, to practice my Spanish, for him to practice his English, and we're still friends today. And he calls me gringo, still calls me gringo. So I say that because my Spanish was not very good, and I forgot plenty of words. I made so many mistakes, but I kept trying to communicate, to extend that olive branch. And what happened is my whole world completely opened up to so many beautiful experiences and incredible memories. And that is what I'm trying to communicate here. This is what Spanish for living is. Okay, we don't want you just learning the textbook stuff. It is important to have that grammar foundation. That's why I create these grammar videos. But ultimately, try and forget that and just get out there. There's so many opportunities. And so I don't remember, looking back, I don't remember the grammar rules I studied. I don't remember the hours of vocabulary. I remember Francisco, I remember Gloria, and I remember Daniel. And that is what it's about. That's the gift. That is the ultimate gift. It's the stories and the experiences you have. And so please, just never forget that. It's so important. And I'll leave you, as I always do, with this quote from my Argentinian friend Camilla, written in her handwriting: Persevera y triunfarás. Keep going and you will succeed. And success, that's up to you. But in the Spanish terms, it's about creating these memories and these stories. So make sure you check out all of the resources I have. I just want to get as many of you out there speaking to people and enriching your worlds. It's like a secret little world. You'll notice other Spanish learners, we have a glint in our eye, and our hips move a little bit more naturally with the wind. So just keep doing it, keep getting out there. Don't worry about looking like a fool. It's all part of it. Embrace it and just keep going, chicos. Any questions, let me know. I've got all of the resources linked below in the comments and in the description. Un abrazo grande. Ciao.